So this week we've come down to Sousa Beach where a friend of ours' boat had a bit of a mishap.
Yeah, it was on a mooring out with the other boats just out the ocean here. Unfortunately, its mooring broke down at the base, so nice thick line, but it was frayed and worn, hadn't been checked for a while. And to be honest, one part of it did get kind of lucky because it went through, there's a lot of rocks out there, it came straight through the channel of the rocks and managed to settle itself here on the beach. So today is going to be a day of attempting to get it back in. Little bit of a disclaimer, this isn't my method. So we're here to assist and help. They have a plan. We're here to film it and give them a hand with anything we can. So let's see how this day goes and let's hopefully we can refloat this boat. Delaminated there. It is.
So let's go back and explain a little bit what happened. We weren't there when the boat actually washed ashore, but a friend of ours managed to film it and he sent us the footage. It was filmed on his phone though, guys, so sorry for the quality. So out in Sousa Bay there is moorings, but from what we've heard they're not in the best condition and a lot of cruisers don't actually come into Sousa Bay as it is a very rocky location, so anchoring isn't really an option. The moorings are supposed to be checked often. This one I don't know if it had been, but there was a big strong northwest wind that came and it broke the mooring and the boat slowly washed ashore. Well, luckily it managed to bounce on the up and over the rocks onto the sand. So now she's resting there and we'll see what we can do. So like anything in this life, when there's a big project to be done, there's a lot of hurry up and wait. So of course everyone wants to come and see what's happening with this boat. Waiting for all the supplies to get here, waiting for the tractor to arrive. It's a lot of hurry up and wait. So as the tractor took a little bit of time to get here this morning, the tide is starting to come in. It's getting closer to 11 o'clock. High tide today is around 12:30, 1 o'clock. So we want to try and do this maneuver at high tide so we have as much water there as possible. If we miss it, we'll have to postpone to another day.
Alright guys, so it looks like a bit of action starting here soon. This isn't my plan, by the way, guys, all right? So we're here to help out with a lending hand if need be, and also to film and document what they're up to. The owner has asked us to come and film it for him. So I want to let you know in a little bit on what the plan is here. So as you see, the boys coming down here, they're bringing lots of wood. It's not very far. I'm guessing about 15 meters. From the vessel itself here to actually where it drops into about 6 feet of water. That's what this vessel needs, approximately 6 feet. So the plan is with the excavator is to try and lift up. There was supposed to be a bigger excavator, but it's delayed, so they're going to attempt it at the moment with a smaller one. Is to get underneath the keel, to get some wood under the keel and under the hull. Also there is 3 rolling lift bags, quite big ones, that are going to be placed. So the first thing they wanted to try and do was attempt to move this so the bow is facing out to sea. So it's trying to turn it around. Also they got to avoid the tree, well the trees and the bushes are up there as well. Luckily it's only small branches. So that is the plan. The ground here, luckily it's not like Cayman where it's iron shore. Here in the Dominican Republic, a lot of the rock, if you will, here on the beach is like sandstone. So it should be a little bit easier to work across. At the moment, the hull is not compromised. So let's see what they do here trying to dig out.
So guys, they're about to try and turn it around. They have the tractor with a bunch of tires on it. They're gonna try and turn it so that it's the back of the boat is to the stern is towards the water so that they can push it in. Whether or not they'll get that far today, I'm not sure. But if they have it lined up and ready to go, maybe it will be easier.
Alright guys, this certainly is not the way I would be doing this, but the captain is here, the owner is here. We're here just to document. Alright, to me it looks like there's too many cooks in this kitchen. Anyway, the owner is here and he's going to make some adjustments to this. How would you do this, guys? Leave it in the comments before you watch the rest of the video, eh? Anyway, let's see what they decide to do, and hopefully they're going to do it slightly different. I'm not liking this technique so far. Alrighty, so while the boat is still here on the beach, we're waiting for some more equipment to arrive. I'm going to have a little look in here. I've just opened up. As you can see, everything's a disaster, as you would expect, the boat being on a list like this. But I'm going to pull up some cushions, have a little look and see if we can find any cracking or damage that's visible. So bear with me. Alright, so during this process I decided let's empty the drawers, pull out the drawers, remove everything. To be honest, I'm not sure why someone didn't do this a week ago. What I'm looking for here is inspecting the bulkheads and also to see if there's any visible cracking from the pressure that's been on the side of the hull. As it's been laying on the beach for approximately, well, just over a week. So I was doing this just before the boat was spun around and the next lot of damage was done. The process should have been done sooner rather than later, but I decided I'll jump in there and go and have a look. There is delamination on the bulkhead which goes between the saloon area and I believe it's a bathroom behind there, and also there is a smaller bulkhead down towards the galley. That's definitely delaminated and you can see some pressure where it's bulging in. Inside here I'm having to rip out the carpet lining so I can actually get to the fiberglass hull. And I do find there is some visible cracking, but it's very, very small at this point.
right, so they got it turned around, so its stern is facing the water now. They do have a few lift bags, but I think there probably should be a few more. So we'll see. The tractor's been trying to push it a little bit backwards, but it's not going super fast or super well, so I'm not sure what the plan is from here.
It's in bend.
Yeah, 100%.
Really bad.
Yeah, she's not good.
So we got to the point here where they've turned the boat around, but unfortunately more damage has been done to the hull. It's been more compromised because of those planks of wood that are under it while they were trying to turn it. There should have been lift bags. But anyway, what's done is done. Decisions have now been made. It's going to wait till tomorrow. The tide is now on the way out. It has been for the last hour or so. And we're not going to try, well, they're not going to try and push it any further back, because obviously there's going to be there's a second high tide at like 1 o'clock in the morning. If they get it too far on the rocks, the high tide is going to lift it up and down. It's going to bang on the rocks, doing more damage. So the options are, we're going to bring it tomorrow. We're going to get some other lift bags and also a crash pump. So when it gets in the water, there's going to be a crash pump on board. The haul out facility is actually not that far away. This is Porta Plata in this direction. So the boat doesn't have to travel far before there is a travel lift to lift it out of the water, and it can be repaired. So for today, it's going to be left here. We'll come back in the morning and see what she looks like. My idea, to be honest, at the moment is to use the lifting equipment we've got, dig out the sand which is in the damaged area, use this afternoon's low tide to actually hot patch that cracks and the holes on the side of the hull on this side. That's personally what I would do, but not everybody's listening to Davy. Anyway, see what happens. My good friend Anton,
Yes.
This is his boat. How are you feeling, buddy?
I'm good.
You're good.
Yes.
You're lying. You're lying.
What we can do.
What we can do, exactly.
Yes, yes.
But we're gonna wait for tomorrow, huh?
Yes, and I hope tomorrow it will be everything perfect.
Yeah. Well, we need some more equipment.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. So it's good to make a stop here and continue tomorrow with a high
Yes.
tide and more equipment in the right place.
So we're gonna leave it there for this week's episode, guys. Keep you kind of intrigued for what's gonna happen.
Yeah, there's too much footage for one episode, so we'll leave it here. As you see, the boat is still in the same position here right now, and fingers crossed this boat gets back in the water without too much damage, so it can get to the haul out facility. So yeah, we do really have fingers crossed for this.
Make sure you leave a comment down below and like, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll see you next week.